Hello folks, welcome to Lex CIS Academy. In this video, we will be discussing a current affair topic presented to you by faculty Sushma KP. What is the topic that we will be discussing today? Why Trump's regime change playbook will not work in Iran. What is this Trump's regime change playbook? Simpler aspect. Let's say there is a state, that particular head of state is not in the same as your US interest aligned in that particular place. What does your US do? Remove the head of state and reinstate or instate someone who would be okay in order to conduct the affairs of that state based on your US interests. Example, recently your US conducted attacks under codename Operation Absolute Resolve in Venezuela, wherein they brought your Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife back to USA to face charges on the aspects of narco terrorism. Why exactly are we comparing your Venezuela and Iran? Let's take a moment. See, first and foremost, before doing the attack on Venezuela, your US President Donald Trump sent a strong message and a warning to Iran. What was the strong message or message to Iran? If you see, it said that US President Donald Trump said that US is all locked, loaded, and ready on Iran if it doesn't mend its ways. And just in a few days, it attacked Venezuela. So it is more like the warning to your Iran. Iran officials later claimed that this is not the right way to approach, etc., which means they understood that there is a warning. Understanding if this is one aspect. Yes, US ka regime changing strategies has not been a very new concept. It has been there from very before, so much so that your Monroe Doctrine is centered around that. Now, when we're telling this regime changing behavior will not apply to your Iran like it applied to Venezuela, it is because we are telling that, see, this regime changing strategy will work only in weak and fragmented states. So, how on Venezuela it worked? Yes, because it was weak, fragmented states. How can we know that? A little bit further, we will discuss. Its allies, such as your Russia and China, had abandoned. The military was not properly there. Also, there was a lot of infighting among themselves only in Venezuela. Understanding, but in Iran, that is not the case. Iran is more resilient and institutionalized state. How can we tell that? Even though the surprise attack of on your Iran by your Israel 12 days, yes, they hit all the bunkers. US also used your B2B bunkers. They hit all possible nuclear sites. They killed top leaders. They were able to execute top leaders and also nuclear scientists. But despite all this of something, it showed the flaws of Tehran, but it also showed the resilience of Tehran. This indicates that Tehran is not another Caracas. Understanding? So, this regime changing strategy which worked in Caracas is not going to work in Tehran. Now, in specific, what is this US regime changing model? In case of Venezuela only, let's take. In Venezuela, how were they able to change the regime? Or how was Nicolas Maduro be able to brought back to your US? First and foremost, CIA was conducting almost half a year long operation in Caracas, and it also had members who are very close to Nicolas Maduro, okay, uh, who are the ones who were supplying the information, and also they had military precision to strike that. Alongside that, there was also psychological warfare, and there was already ongoing conflicts in your Venezuela. So this approach worked well and better for your Venezuela, but it won't do with respect to your Iran. Why? What was the fragmentation in Venezuela first? The state capacity had collapsed. Economy was totally dysfunctional. People, you can see images of people throwing their money into the rivers, and then as of if you see, the public legitimacy itself was on the low point, and also a lot of military now disunity was there with respect to the fragmentation within the army. Loyalty to the leadership was very weak, and it had its most important leaders had abandoned, that is your Russia and China. So there was no strategic shield to protect your Venezuela. But if you see now about Iran, see, Iran has one of the largest force in that particular region with more than 1 million active and reserve personnel. And also they have a very strong command hierarchy. Okay. Alongside that, we have your IRGC. Okay. They have ideological commitment, operational autonomy, and more importantly, they have regional combat experience in that particular zone. Alongside, they also have Basij militia, which is providing the internal security. At the same point of time, if we see one thing about your Venezuela and Iran, Iran's military is not hollow. At the same point of time, Iran's strategic geography also changes when it comes to your Venezuela. How it is having huge number of your mountainous terrains, large urban centers, and also the territorial depth is very higher. We visualize that with respect to your Israel not being able to hit the deep facilities, nuclear facilities, so it had to take help of your USA's B2B bombers. So military intervention in Iran is going to be much more costly, and urban warfare would be much more prolonged. And at the same point of time, if you see the institutional resilience of Iran, see your IRGC controls key sectors such as construction, telecom. So they are like almost a closed economy that supports their interest. Understanding, so irrespective of who comes in or not, the regime survival becomes most important. And one thing we can see or observe is for the past 4 decades, your Iran is withstanding the economic sanctions of your US. Understanding? So, if the economic sanctions itself is not collapsing the state for the past 4 decades, it is still showing its resilience. Next aspect is with regarding to your external military pressure. See, yes, a lot of leadership losses occurred, especially during your surprise military attack by your Israeli forces, U.S. forces, and also this created a lot of psychological pressure. The people themselves were still, if you see in Iran, people protest is going on. All of this is going on. Yet the command structure survived, and also deterrence capability has stayed intact, wherein you can see many a times the Iranian leaders also speaking about that the strikes are not going to stop the nuclear program. First thing. Second thing, yes, Iranian people are revolting against your economic background, and also this has received huge backlash, but your Iran is acknowledging that. The next thing is with respect to its allies. Your Russia and China are not going to back down or abandon Iran like your Venezuela. Iran is much more important in the West Asian region. For Russia, it is very important for counter US alignment and also regional leverage. For China, it is because of its energy security and its Belt and Road initiatives. So, both will go to any extent to safeguard their interests in the West Asian region. So, the probability of that strategic shield, which was absent in Venezuela, will be present in Iran. Now, from the domestic front, yes, Iran faces huge amount of inflation, economic stress, and also social dissatisfaction. However, the major cities have not yet defected like in the levels of 2022. Security forces are still loyal, and our IRGC cohesion is still there. External threat, one thing if history has taught us, most times when your external invasion or attack happens, this becomes a uniting front. Nationalism will override the dissent. Okay, that also is one such aspect. See, there is also huge issues about the leadership, whereas the present leader is also getting old, ill health, etc. There is question about who will be the successor. So, supreme leadership question is there. Nuclear disputes are unresolved. These are gradual processes or issues that is there in the state, but this is not just enough to create a vulnerability like it created in Venezuela, so that the regime itself will collapse. And if you see, there are certain limitations for your American power also. First thing is, its hard power of USA will work against weak states or fragmented society. If a particular society is of a deep institution, ideological cohesion, or regional depth, which are all seen in Iran, this concept of regime change strategy does not work. So your Iran is showcasing about when an external force attacks, this will in turn bring a unity in the society. Okay, and they have also, your Iran supreme leaders have also held that yes, now whatever the people's fight are, they are valid. We are seeking to make sure that we will remedy that solution also. So, in the conclusion, if you see, Iran is not another Venezuela. It is not just empty shell state that your US can just change the regime and expect everything is going to be okay. But here, the regime change strategy to work is difficult because the institution is stronger. The forced stabilization, that is destabilization in the region, will prove very costly to all the actors involved in this. Understanding? So this is with regarding to your regimes change strategy. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button and share it along with your friends. Thank you.